Hey guys, welcome back. I am coming on to do a layout for Shimmerz paints, and I am using the most gorgeous Color Kitz collection. It is for July 2023, and this is my first layout. Now I have got the pattern papers, yes, including, wait, all of these gorgeous goodies that I cut out from one of the pattern paper sheets. I've got a bonus bundle, which would be this sequin mix and this Inklings right here called Coral Reef. I've got the rest of the mixed media treasures right here. In the Color Kitz collection, the paper and all of those goodies, you get the 3 dots. And look at this stencil. I cannot wait to play with the stencil. My dogs are being rude. All right, so I'm super excited to play with the stencil. Oh, and in the mixed media portion of the Color Kitz, there is a cut file, and it's going to be hard for you to see to a certain extent, but it reads Good Vibes and Sunshine, and I haven't popped it out yet. I slightly need a new blade, so I'm going to do that off camera, but I like the font. I don't know if I'm going to back it or not yet. That remains to be seen with the journey. I don't know. I'm going to pop it out from here in just a second. Now, Good Vibes and Sunshine. I was thinking about it, and here's my photo. My daughter and her boyfriend recently got engaged, and it was this gray, kind of cloudy, yuck day. And right when he asked her to marry him, the sun came out. So I thought that would be fab with this. We've got the glow around her, and it's pretty, and it's outdoorsy, and it's good. And it was good. So, things to think about. I need about, how much room? I need about this much room to be able to have this gorgeous cut file really show. Ooh, that reminds me of them a lot, but we have to see how we feel about it. See the big tree line right there? That's an interesting idea. This is a fab cut apart with pretty things there. Probably gonna cut out some of these, so I don't want to use that right meow. Oh, this could let me show off my florals. It can let me show off. Oh guys, that is cute. What do I want to do with that? Okay guys, since I don't quite have my plan yet, give me a second. I have a tiny bit more clarity, and I wanted to share it with you so you kind of have my vibe. I think what I want to do is go ahead and tear this piece out, and I'm going to tear this piece out, and they will end up popped up on this piece of mixed media paper. This mixed media paper is not from the kit. It is, I just pushed over a fan. It's not from the kit, it's just from my stash. And so I know I want to do that. Then what I want to do, of course, I have my Good Vibes and Sunshine. I think, guys, I don't even know which way if it's going to go top or bottom. But that's coral. My, this sheet obviously is this fabulous, peachy, happy goodness, right? So I think what I want to do is concentrate a little bit. I've got Green Tide Monster, I've got Pistachio, and I've got Blue Spruce. So, ooh, but the French twist would be fabulous mixed in. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna concentrate on these colors. And guys, there's a very, very real chance I'm gonna sneak this in because it's my very favorite in the whole world. So, I can have preferences, it's okay. So to start, why don't we get our paints all activated so they're ready when we are. Something I always like to do. So I just need to get a little bit of water squirted in each of the pots so that when I want to use them, look, it's already starting. So pretty. They will be good and ready to go. Now this paper that I'm using is just a Vicky Bouton's Foundations paper. It is really good about taking nice wet mixed media. And that's my plan. So this one's clearly already wet. That won't be a problem. So I'm going to grab a handy dandy paintbrush, and I'm just going to do really simple mixed media into this. I don't feel the need to be too precious about it. Spraying some water on the paper so that it can pretty much just get moving. This paint right here, it is a Vibes. Don't shake your paints up and down because we don't want to get all of that sparkly goodness up in the nozzle, because then you know, you're gonna have to clean it out. And if you're cleaning it out, you literally have less time. Oh, by the way, color palette. You'll have less time to play with all your goodies. And who wants that on their conscience, right? So I'm just, ooh, guys, seriously, look at that color. It is gorgeous. Okay, I need to get some water to be able to move things around. It just occurred to me. So what I also want to do, just gonna go heavy. So you saw all I did was spray, right? Now I'm just gonna start splattering in my blue spruce. This has this gorgeous icy kind of tone to it. I'm not worrying too much about right here or right here because I know I'm gonna be covering all of that up with pattern paper. I don't know much else about what I'm gonna do, but I know that much. So I'm giving it a rather liberal amount of product, right? And now you guys know I want to use that stencil, but I think I'm going to come in possibly when this product is dry on here so that the stencil shows. And sometimes it's very cool. Sometimes the product will end up coming through the stencil. And of that, I am a fan. But this is it, guys. Super simple, mixed media. Anybody can do this kind of thing. I'm just splatting it on here and seeing how the colors blend, how they look. Now, with splatters, just like this, before I go ahead and smush anything down, with just the splatters, guys, it's going to dry way darker. The parts that are a bit of a packaging technique get lighter and they blend in. So you do you, whatever look you want is gonna be gorgeous. So I'm gonna do both because I like to play with all of the things. Like I said, I'm not super concerned with way up at the top and bottom. I just wanna make sure that I've got a nice amount of color in my background, and then I'll bring in pattern papers willy-nilly. And I say willy-nilly because I truly don't have a plan yet. Okay, we have that. Let me get some water really quickly to rinse my brush. Now I did go ahead and roll it with paper towel because I wanted to see what I was dealing with. The next color is pistachio and it's a good deal lighter, but it's Inklings, guys. So we're gonna get so much of a gorgeous shimmery payoff from it. And I love that. But I also have a thing about seeing how all of the tones work together because the next time I'm using them, I'll have a good idea of what I have. So I'm wondering, do I want to just do splatters with this color? That's an interesting idea. So sitting on top of the packaging technique, I can leave this color all alone so it's got this nice depth of sparkly happy goodness. Think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also going to come in with a little bit of that French twist. Now, I'm using a cool color and that's hedging towards warm. So I do have to think about it a little bit. Maybe I should do that once this dries because I don't want to make a mud color. That's not going to help us. If you have cool, which is, you know, your bluesy greens, and you mix a warm, the color is actually called mud. Now, if you have photos that work for mud, you are in a great situation then, if you want to do that. All right, guys, I get to let this dry and we're just gonna see how things go. So far, it is just an absolutely gorgeous, pretty mess. Love it. I wanted to pop back on because it occurred to me before I let this dry that I want to get some of my color splash and whites of their eyes on here to bring some light. Now guys, this is not in this collection. It's just my very favorite Shimmerz paint. It ends up on about 90% of my layouts. So this totally is starting to remind me of the lake that was behind the picture. It's called Thelma Spencer Park, and it's just this cute little lake in our city. So it's giving me this whole dappled effect, and y'all, I'm loving it. Am I going heavy? Yes, because I love it. And I'm gonna get even more shine and happiness when you see this. See how some of it's absorbing into the other color, but some of it is being like bold and fantastic. Okay, there we go. A little bit more. Okay, so I'm using a ton. And yes, I do blow through this product, but that's okay. When you like something, you like something. It's my favorite. Okay, now it's time to totally leave this alone to dry. If I touch anything, I'm not going to be able to have these strong pops of shiny white. But guys, that coral title is going to pop right off of it. I will hold it up and try not to get my fingers into it. Let me show you. Guys, look at that. It looks like a seaside photo, like the water on the sea. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I will see you guys back here when it dries. Alrighty, Roo. So I've had a few days in between, so this is dry, dry, dry. Let me show you a bit of the vibe. So I have actual dimension going from my copious amount of just going for it kind of paint. So let's see what we have. So I have this bottom piece. We talked about that. Oh, and I scuffed it up. It's all scuffy scuff. And then I have the top piece with these cute little leaves with the little tape vibe. So that covers, like, you know, because I didn't paint as much down here. Then when I was doing that, the back side of that paper has this amazing tree kind of a vibe to it. So I was like, what if I kind of tucked some of that in? And I'm like, okay, I am going to have a little bit of issue, you know, obviously, with the fact that it's, you know, there's like a bit of a gap there. But guys, we can tuck some die cuts. We can tuck some things. It's fine. Then look at how fab this looks all cut out. So as things go, guys, I love it like that. And I want the background to show through. We're going to have this fab piece here. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just put my photo up top? Is that where we want it? I don't even know, guys. I just like all of the things. So I want to move it around, get an idea, but I'm thinking that they can be up top somewhere. All right, so we have that. Now, I still have all of the things. I have got this great sequin mix. So between my layers, which I think I will pop this piece up and this piece up, I'm going to do a nice sequin shelf. That's going to work for me because, you know, I like sequin shelves. So that works. Do I want to put this tree one up too? I think so because I want shadow. So I'm going to put that up as well. Awesome. Then I've got all of these gorgeous pieces that I already cut out. I'm like, okay, let's see what we want to do. Oh, my Lanta. Guys, if I put this here, we're going to be able to cover up some. Now, is it going to cover up? I don't know. Is it going to distract from? Yes. So I can put those beautiful pine trees down. Let me get the other one. And I can put one over here. So I'm going to have like multiple piney things. Now, why am I going pine tree vibe with this? These two are super into the mountains. So it works for their story. They are like, you know, all about Colorado and the mountains and all of that beautiful kind of stuff. Now, Shay would never go glamping because she's all about the mountains and then going back to the hotel, but I like it. So that gets to go there. Oh, definitely get to have some kind of heart vibe because it is a whole, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at these things and just kind of going, ooh, you know, because it's a engagement kind of thing. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to bring in some of these gorgeous, gorgeous florals and see how I can just have them wherever I'm feeling it. So guys, I have to tuck these things and I have to pop them down. I want to mat my photo with some white cardstock so it pops beautifully. And I'm going to get all these pieces down and I'll come right back and hang out. All right, guys, so I've got my sequin shelves. I've got it underneath this bit and this bit right here, adding a nice little bit of sparkle, and I loves it. I'm going to take the Felicity Jane stencil and just a regular graphite pencil and kind of do a little bit of twinkly work. Now, I don't even care if it's perfect, if it's whatever. I just thought I'd get a little something something going around these mountains. Now, if it's too dark, I'll just go ahead and erase it a little bit and we can get a little bit of that vibe. So just a little like starry somethingy stuff around the trees. And I thought it would be cute and fun to do that. Like stencils, you can spray through them, guys. You can use your modeling paste. You can use them like this. There's so many things you can do with them. So I'm doing just a little bit of light work there. And then, guys, let's see what else we have. We've got these beautiful, beautiful little flare bits. Come on. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure to use this one with the teepee because, well, I mean, this one looks more like a teepee. This looks like a glamping tent, but you know, that'll look fabulous up there with this cluster. So pretty. And then really, guys, I just want to start tucking these beautiful things kind of willy-nilly in these little areas. It's just so darn pretty. And I want to use all of my goodies. Guys, I'm sorry. Blue is getting his snore on totally like it's his job. And you can't stop him. He's doing his thing. But that's just how we roll. Okay, I like it there. I like it here. And I'm going to continue to see if there's any little bits and pieces I want to tuck in these pretty little clusters. Just the florals on this one. Because I mean, I already have these really beautiful cut pieces. Ooh, I found a little leaf. I like the idea of this little leaf kind of breaking up some of this pretty peachiness. And, you know, I can curl edges, all that kind of stuff. But how pretty is that, guys? Okay, y'all, I'm very happy with this layout. I did end up doing another one of those little sequin shelves that I call them. I don't really know what you would call it, but I call them sequin shelves. So I have 1, 2, and then the third one up here, I've got cute little hummingbirds on my flare. This little hummingbird is ready to land. And that is it. Oh, and I have a funny little squirrel right there because I thought he was adorable. So what I want to do now is just get some of those splatters on my die cut pieces. So I'm going to cover up the photo pretty much with my sequin paquette right here. I think that pretty much covers it. Now I went ahead and popped some water into the Inklings in pistachio as well as blue spruce because I want a little variation in the color. And I'm also going to go ahead and use some of my Color Splash in Whites of Their Eyes in my splatters because, quite frankly, it's my fave, like we talked about. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe just give this a nice little tap. And I'm not going to do a ton. These are smaller splatters, as you see here. But I just wanted to get some of that gorgeous paint around my clusters. Because I have it, you know, clearly tons of it in the background, but I do want some in the foreground as well. It ends up making it that much more cohesive if you have a little something something hanging out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have still shots to follow. I'm also going to go ahead and have links for Shimmerz Paints, the blog, Facebook group, the website, all of that kind of stuff, so you can get your hands on these gorgeous goodies. And that will be that. So I have a couple more splatters to do, still shots to follow, all that kind of stuff. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, guys, when you put in your next order at shimmerzpaints.com, put my name in the comment section and you can get yourself a freebie. Want to make sure to add that on. Okay, guys, still shots right there. I'll see you guys ever so soon with another video. Bye, guys.